What's up, guys? It's Hot7 RCT Gaming, bringing you another video for you guys. I'm doing this one, and I'm kind of in shock still because this is a really good surprise that I came across these past few days. So I'm kind of recording this in a semi-rush because I want to get it out there. I was pleasantly surprised when I was able to try this out. And what I'm talking about is, if you haven't figured it out yet, it's a new build. This one is done by, I can't even start by numbering all the people that are involved in this project, but it is displayed, and I'm going to show you on the screen in a little bit. I know that some of the heavy hitters in here is NCAC, Yaren 2019, and some other folk, very talented folks, have come together and put together a, let's call it a homage to Hyperspin, and it's done in a track mode, and it's absolutely stunning. I kind of saw, or I wanted to see, this is my personal thing, it's nothing to do with what the guys did. I kind of saw what I would love to see done again, and I know it's a broken record, what I would like to see happen to HyperPie, but it made me feel for a little bit that we're getting there. You know, we're getting closer to the point where that might actually happen. We might see the community come together and actually push forward a, let's call it quote unquote HyperPie PC number 3 with all of these improvements. Now, I'm not gonna babble too much and just go straight into this, but I wanted to make sure that the point comes across that this is a beautiful work done. It's not a massive build, as you're gonna see when we go in. And by the way, yes, we do have the presence of the crap cam, yay, using the X Arcade because it works with X Arcade, my X Arcade, and the turny stick. So I am basically in heaven. I'm all over. This thing is amazing. So let's go for it. Gotta let the video play out. Now, of course, I don't need to talk too much about Hyperspin and what Hyperspin has been, because basically that was the go-to front end to have. You know, back in the day, it's basically all you had. There was Hyperspin and there was everything else. So this is kind of like a throwback to that style, and by that style I mean having basically the wheel, the classic wheel, and of course the visual style with the arcade in the middle. Now, of course, as far as this build is concerned, let's go through basically what you have here. Now, it's not a huge build. It's around, I think, 12 gigs. If I'm correct, I'm sorry if I'm not. But you have Nintendo Classics, Psycho, Sega Classics, SNK Classics, Tato Classics, Technos, and so on and so forth. Plenty to choose here. Just a great and snappy. And here, of course, we have settings, controls, and the credits. Let me stop it right here so you guys can see. Oh crap, I'm in the way. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, you can see basically the list of people who somehow, one way or the other, were involved to make this happen. So when you download it, go ahead and check it out. All of these guys deserve a shout out. And Yaren, which I think is the one that was leading this, has made sure that they are properly credited. My kudos to you, my dude. That's the honorable thing to do, and you went ahead and you did it. So yeah, just a quick example. Let's say we want to go into arcade, which is, I believe, the one that has the most games available. You have this beautiful arcade wall here, and as soon as you go in, you have the list of titles with a beautiful video background. These videos look super amazing, and of course transitioning into the game itself, it's a thing of beauty as well. Okay, so for our first one here, let's give Donkey Kong a try. Donkey Kong 3. Now you see everything comes together, all the elements, video in the background, very nice, all very Hyperspin, but of course brought to a new level of detail because of course this is all HD, and it looks great. It looks just fantastic, and everything works like it's supposed to. Nice little fade in here, which is usually associated with, you know, aside from Hyperspin itself, but we're used to seeing that fade in with Rocket Launcher or Track Mode. You know, it's the common way to see that, but it's a very nice touch. You don't have to see the emulators. It's all like hidden away. Very, very nice stuff. Okay, so let's give this guy a credit. 2. Let's give it a go. Now let's see, where do I have it? Oh, okay, it's right here. Oh, you are toast, buddy. And of course, this is the perfect game to use with this setup right here. That style joystick is fantastic for Donkey Kong. Even though the original has the rounded top, but it feels nice with this. Let's give it one more try. Ooh. They got to me, them bastards. Oh, okay. They got my number. You fade back into it, and here we are again, ready to pick another one. And everything, as I mentioned before, everything is just snappy. Look at the speed of this. It's just freaking amazing. If you don't want to go through the 500 games, just back out and specifically go with whatever it is you want to play, and you're set. Even so, you have also broken down into genres. Let's say you want a fighting game, which you have this intro here to bump you up to get into the genre. And right off the bat, you have some of the best fighters. Even so, if you want something broken down more specifically, you also have separated by collections, like Street Fighter Collection, Mortal Kombat. I'm telling you, this is, to me, this is like one of the best things that I've seen come out in quite some time. You can tell easily, you can tell that there was a lot of care put into this from not only 1-2 people, but a whole bunch of people that came together. Excuse me, leaving aside any kind of ego or whatever, and just getting something this cool looking done. I, for one, of course, am super happy that the cave games are also well represented here, as they deserve, you know, a place in history. They are awesome shoot 'em ups, and you can tell by the bezel work here and how everything works. These are people who give a damn about the actual games themselves, and not only just how nice their build or front end looks, which that's a plus in my book. Now, I'm not gonna stay. Just want to show you how it looks. Now, of course, one of the main questions that come with this, of course, I'm here gushing over this build, so of course you must have a download link for this, because if not, why bother? Well, you know, if that's the way you feel, I'm sorry to say I don't have a download link. However, this is easily found. Even though I did not obtain it from there, I am told that you can easily find it in Arcade Punks, which they have, which is hosting actually this build. So head on over there and get this build as soon as possible so you can have fun with it as well. So just wanted to make sure that you guys know that ahead of time. So yeah, let's get back to the main. You also have light games in here. You can create your own favorites list. And back we go to the classics. Now let's see. I can end this. I'm not gonna go to a shoot 'em up. I'm being cruel here. I will end it with a fighter, but before we get into Street Fighter, let me show you guys the settings. Here you have a list of settings that you can activate. Very nicely animated to tell you what, basically what features you can activate or enable or disable from this space. So there are quite a few of them, so you just go ahead and check them out. Just want to point it out that it's in there. Let me back this self-explanatory. It shows basically, you know, all of the configurations for the standard Xbox One controller, which I'm not using. Of course, I'm using the X Arcade, but it's there. No, I do not want to exit. You have the exit option and back to arcade. I'm gonna go real quick into the Street Fighter collection. You know what I'm gonna look for. You know it. I don't have to say a thing. Now, still, my favorite, Street Fighter 3. Third Strike is still, and this is more, I think is, I don't know if I'm biased here, but JJ the King's Max Merger fighting build, where he has the Street Fighter collection. The Street Fighter Third Strike and the bezel on that is still my favorite. This one looks amazing, looks super clean, super beautiful. But I have to say it, I'm not dissing this one. That one, if you haven't seen it, go check one of the videos where I cover the build. That one I love because it has a more extended, without looking stretched, more extended view, and you have, you know, Ken and Ryu on each side. It's a personal thing, I guess, but yeah, this looks freaking amazing.
Welcome to the world of Street Fighter 3.
So let's see how the layout is handled here, if I need to make any changes or not.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
No. Okay. Nope. As you can see, the top buttons here, but that's easily fixed by pausing, because this is MAME after all. You pause with the P key. You can't see it from here. Press the tab, bring this up, go in specifically if you want to change this one. Go into input this machine and look for what you want to change. In this case, I want to set up, if you look here, the top 3 buttons and then the lower row of buttons, so they do what I want, which in this case is I want the jab punch, I want this button. The strong punch, I want this button. Fierce, right here. Short kick, the exact button I'm pressing right now. This one, and oh, yeah. And I messed up. 2 B's, okay. Roundhouse, I want this one. And that should be it. Just go back, return to machine, and then release the pause. And you have it. Working really well.
Fighters ready. Engage.
Now, I know a lot of people prefer this style of arcade stick for fighters. That is not the case for me, but I have to say that it's working pretty well. I prefer the training stick because it has the sandwich buttons and joysticks. I'm completely into that one. But it works and looks beautiful. Let me get out of here because this is not about Street Fighter. This is about this awesome build. So I think, yeah, that should cover basically the gist of this nice build. Once again, I am thoroughly impressed by what I've seen here. I mean, look at this, guys. I mean, I'm breaking down, making videos on different genres using the X Arcade, and these guys come along and throw in my face all the genres that I cover: beat 'em ups, fighting games, the run and gun, the shoot 'em ups, and they even go ahead the extra mile and throw in light gun games. Come on. It's freaking awesome, guys. You did a great job, a fantastic job, and I couldn't be happier. Something new, something light, something that's not going to take a whole bunch of space in your drive, and it just works. That's it. It works. It looks good, it works good, and it's just overall great. So yeah, that, now I can exit. That is going to be all for now, guys. I hope that you liked the video, And if you did, please like and subscribe, and head over to Arcade Punks, where you're going to be able to find this build and somehow say thanks to the creators, because it's an awesome build, and I think you're going to have tons of fun. I know I will. So yeah, that's going to be all, guys. Take care. Until the next one.